If you're over altmush, every movement you make either supports your legs or slowly takes their strength away. Not all at once, not with warning, but gradually, step by step, through exercises you were once told were good for you. I've seen it in my clinic. Older adults doing lunges, crunches, or stair routines they learned years ago, trying to stay strong. But instead of building stability, these movements quietly wear down the knees, weaken the muscles, and inflame the very joints that hold you up. You feel it, not during the workout, but the next morning when standing from a chair feels harder, or your legs tremble walking across the room. In this video, we'll uncover 7 common exercises that may be stealing your leg strength and show you safer, science-backed ways to restore it gently. Because aging doesn't mean surrendering your strength. It means protecting it wisely and with care. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Deep squats. Deep squats are often praised for building strong legs and improving mobility. And in younger years, they can be beneficial. But after treads, when joints are more vulnerable and muscle control begins to shift, this once trusted movement can quietly chip away at the very strength it's meant to build. Lowering the body past a 90-degree angle puts tremendous stress on the knees, hips, and lower spine. For aging joints, especially those affected by arthritis or wear and tear, this deep flexion grinds away at cartilage, compresses connective tissue, and increases inflammation. The result isn't lasting power, it's soreness that lingers, stiffness that worsens with time, and muscles that struggle to recover between each attempt. Even more concerning is the balance requirement. A deep squat demands coordination between the ankles, knees, and core. But many seniors already experience changes in proprioception, the body's natural sense of balance. A slight wobble or uneven stance can turn a squat into a dangerous fall or cause a painful joint misalignment that may not show symptoms until days later. Over time, the repetition of deep squats doesn't make legs stronger, it makes them more reactive, more inflamed, and more prone to giving out at unexpected moments. Gentle alternatives, like supported mini squats or slow sit-to-stand movements from a sturdy chair, offer safer ways to maintain strength without compromising stability. Still, squats aren't the only movement causing quiet harm. There's another exercise common in fitness classes and rehabilitation routines that seems simple, even graceful, but can destabilize the knees and pull the body off balance with just one misstep. It's called the forward lunge, and for many seniors, it's far riskier than it appears. 2. Lunges, especially forward lunges. Lunges are often included in senior fitness routines as a way to target the legs and engage the core. But what many older adults don't realize is that lunges, particularly forward lunges, place the body in a mechanically vulnerable position, one that demands far more balance, coordination, and joint control than it appears to on the surface. In a forward lunge, the lead knee takes on a sharp forward angle, while supporting most of the body's weight. For aging knees, especially those already experiencing cartilage thinning or early osteoarthritis, this creates concentrated pressure on the patella and surrounding ligaments. With each repetition, that pressure compounds, leading to inflammation, joint irritation, and even small tissue micro-tears that make standing and walking feel heavier with time. What makes lunges especially risky is how they challenge the body's ability to stay upright. The act of stepping forward, lowering, And pushing back up requires precise muscular coordination, not just in the legs, but in the hips, ankles, and core. And as balance naturally declines with age, a small misstep can result in a twisted knee, a fall, or an overstretched tendon. Some seniors try to push through the instability, believing that practice will lead to improvement, but repetition without structural support only deepens the problem. What often follows is not improved strength but aching knees, sore hips, and a growing fear of sudden movements. Leg power after 60 should be built through movements that restore control, not challenge it beyond its limit. And while lunges may feel less aggressive than deep squats, they often leave the body just as strained, only more quietly. The next movement seems even less threatening. Many seniors see it as a symbol of youth, independence, and vitality. But running or even light jogging on hard surfaces may be one of the most unforgiving habits for aging legs. 3. Running or jogging on hard surfaces. There's something undeniably empowering about the act of running. For many seniors, it represents freedom, discipline, and the desire to stay youthful and independent. But running or jogging on hard surfaces like pavement, sidewalks, or gym floors can quietly take a toll on aging joints long before the damage becomes visible. With every step, the body absorbs an impact force that can be up to 3 times your body weight. In your 20s, strong muscles, healthy cartilage, and resilient ligaments help buffer this shock. But after treads, the shock absorption system begins to wear thin, the padding between bones decreases, the elasticity of tendons fades, and the small stabilizing muscles in the ankles, knees, and hips grow weaker. Each run may feel like a victory in the moment, but over time, the cumulative impact adds up, especially in the lower legs. Common consequences include knee stiffness, shin splints, heel pain, and a deep, aching fatigue in the calves that seems to arrive earlier and linger longer than it used to. In some cases, the damage isn't felt until later, when pain appears not during the run, but when climbing stairs, rising from bed, or simply standing still. Even well-intentioned habits like daily walks can shift into risky territory when done too briskly on unforgiving ground. For those with early arthritis, poor gait mechanics, or even mild neuropathy, the repeated pounding against a hard surface slowly chips away at leg strength and joint integrity. That doesn't mean movement should stop far from it, but the surface matters. Replacing pavement with softer options like grass, cinder track, or cushioned indoor flooring can dramatically reduce joint strain. Gentle walking, cycling, or water-based movement gives the body what it truly needs: motion without trauma. Still, not all the stress on aging legs comes from movement alone. Some of it begins in the gym, under the weight of machines that promise strength, but deliver silent strain. One of the most overlooked culprits, the leg press machine. And 4. Leg press machine. In many senior fitness centers, the leg press machine is seen as a safe, seated way to build lower body strength. It offers support for the back, isolates the legs, and promises results without the need for complicated movements. But what seems like a low-risk exercise can quietly apply dangerous force to aging knees, hips, and spine, especially when used without careful supervision. Unlike bodyweight exercises that allow natural adjustments in form and tension, the leg press machine locks your body into a fixed position. Your back is pinned against a rigid support, and your feet press against a weighted platform that moves only in one direction. While this may feel stable, the mechanical movement pattern puts a large, direct load onto the knees and lower spine without engaging the small stabilizer muscles that normally help protect the joints. For seniors with joint degeneration, reduced cartilage, or spinal compression, this concentrated force can exacerbate hidden issues. The knees, especially, are placed under intense shear stress, pushing the joint in a way that can aggravate meniscus damage or accelerate arthritis progression. In the spine, especially the lower lumbar discs, excessive pressure can contribute to herniation or nerve compression, even if the back feels supported at the time. The danger increases when heavier weights are used or when repetitions are done too quickly. Many older adults assume that if the movement is seated, it must be safer. But leg press-related injuries are not uncommon, and their effects may not show up during the workout itself. They appear days or weeks later as persistent joint stiffness, pinching sensations, or loss of strength in the legs when rising from a chair or getting out of bed. Instead of relying on machines that isolate and overload, seniors benefit far more from controlled, full-body movements that integrate posture, balance, and muscle coordination. These support not only leg strength but also stability, gait, and daily mobility. Still, not all risks come from heavy resistance. Some arrive in the form of rhythm and repetition movements that feel fun and energizing, but carry hidden impact with every step. One of the most underestimated high-impact aerobics. 5. High-impact aerobics. For many seniors, the group aerobics classes bring back a sense of energy, music, and community. They feel lively, familiar, and encouraging. But not all movement in these sessions is safe, especially when high-impact routines are involved. Jumping jacks, rapid knee lifts, hops, or bouncing steps may seem harmless at first. But for aging joints, they deliver more shock than strength. High-impact aerobics involve repetitive, forceful contact between your feet and the ground, often on hard surfaces. For older adults, whose cartilage may already be thinned and whose bones are more vulnerable to stress, each landing sends a jolt up through the ankles, knees, hips, and spine. Over time, this can lead to joint inflammation, tendon strain, or micro damage that accumulates silently. The trouble is, the damage often isn't felt right away. It builds gradually, showing up as tight calves after class, a stiff back in the morning, or a dull ache in the knees after sitting. Some seniors even experience balance issues or shortness of breath during these routines, especially when the pace doesn't allow for proper form or recovery. In group settings, the energy of the class can mask fatigue. People tend to push through discomfort to keep up, ignoring the body's quieter signals to slow down or stop. And while instructors may offer modifications, it's not always easy to listen to your own limits when surrounded by fast beats and smiling faces. That doesn't mean you need to give up movement or rhythm. There are safer ways to enjoy cardio, like low-impact routines that focus on stepping in place, arm movements, or slow controlled marches. These protect your joints while still elevating your heart rate gently and effectively. Staying active should never come at the expense of stability. Movement is meant to energize, not deplete. And for seniors, choosing the right kind of intensity can mean the difference between progress and pain. Still, not all strain comes from bouncing and rhythm. Some arrives quietly from machines that look structured and supportive, but place relentless stress on the joints without rest. Stair climbing machines, in particular, there may seem like a practical choice, but their repetitive motion often wears the legs down more than most realize. 6. Stair climbing machines. Stair climbing machines are often marketed as a heart-healthy T9 leg toning option for older adults. They mimic a natural movement, offer low-impact cardio, and create a sense of progress with every step. But for seniors, especially those already experiencing joint stiffness or balance issues, these machines can quietly turn a familiar action into a repetitive strain that gradually drains leg strength rather than rebuilding it. The problem begins with the motion itself. On a stair machine, the steps are shallow, the pace is fixed, and the body must constantly push upward with the same muscles in the same pattern, without pause. There's little natural variation, no shifts in stride length. No subtle changes in foot placement, and no true recovery between steps. Over time, this mechanical repetition places wear on the knees, hips, and lower back. Many seniors feel strong at first, but soon notice a burning fatigue in their thighs or a stiffness in their knees that lingers long after the workout ends. The machine offers no real feedback about form, and when posture begins to fail, shoulders rounding, hips leaning forward, knees collapsing inward, the damage begins to build. The motion may feel productive, but behind the scenes, the body is compensating in quiet, harmful ways. Another overlooked factor is joint compression. Unlike walking upstairs at home, stair machines don't allow for natural poses, handrails, or shifts in body weight. The constant downward pressure on the joints, especially under fatigue, can aggravate existing inflammation and increase the risk of swelling or pain, particularly in the ankles, calves, and knees. For seniors with reduced mobility or early-stage arthritis, the cost of this repetitive stress may appear not in the moment, but the next day when walking feels heavier or stairs at home suddenly seem more daunting than usual. True strength in aging legs doesn't come from grinding repetition. It comes from movements that build coordination, restore control, and respect fatigue. And while stair climbing machines offer rhythm, they don't offer rhythm that the body can adapt to with grace. But not all risks come from machines or cardio routines. Some begin in the quiet corner of a stretching class through one of the most common flexibility moves older adults are told to do. Standing toe touches and forward bends may seem gentle, but for aging spines and legs, they often do more harm than good. 7. Standing toe touches or forward bends. For generations, standing toe touches and forward bends have been treated as simple, harmless stretches. They're taught in school, used in warm-ups, and encouraged in many senior fitness classes as a way to stay flexible. But as the body ages, particularly the spine, hamstrings, and lower back, this movement can quietly shift from helpful to harmful. When you bend forward from a standing position with straight legs, most of the pressure doesn't go into the muscles, it goes directly into the lower back and the sciatic nerve line. For seniors, this area is often already under stress from years of sitting, spinal compression, or disc thinning. A deep forward fold can exaggerate that tension, overstretching the hamstrings, straining the ligaments, and flattening the natural curve of the lower spine. The result isn't always immediate. It may show up as lingering tightness in the back of the thighs, a dull ache after sitting, or even nerve irritation that travels down into the calves and feet. Over time, repeated stress to these structures can lead to reduced flexibility, not more, and increase the risk of balance loss during even small movements, like getting dressed or picking something up from the floor. What's more, this type of stretch offers little control. Once gravity takes over, the spine bears the load. There's no muscular engagement to support the movement, and very few seniors are able to feel where safe range ends and strain begins. That makes this one of the most deceptive stretches of all, especially when it's done as part of a morning routine. before the body is warm or alert. Staying limber is important, but flexibility should never come at the cost of stability. There are gentler, more supportive ways to lengthen the muscles without placing pressure on the spine or sacrificing balance. And now that we've explored 7 exercises that may be weakening your legs instead of strengthening them, the question becomes more urgent. What should you do instead to build strength, protect your joints, and regain your confidence? 8. What should you do instead? After a lifetime of walking, working, lifting, and carrying others, you've earned the right to move in a way that honors your body, not punishes it. Every muscle carries memory. Every joint holds experience. And now, more than ever, how you treat your body in motion determines not just your strength, but your freedom. It's no longer about pushing limits or chasing youthful intensity. It's about choosing movements that support healing, promote stability, and bring comfort to your everyday life. That means letting go of exercises that demand too much, and embracing those that work with your body, not against it. Start with the basic slow, supported movements that emphasize control over intensity. Chair squats done with care and without depth can engage the thighs while protecting the knees. Simple leg raises with light resistance help reawaken muscles that haven't been used in years. Even standing marches or gentle side steps can retrain your body to balance itself again. Practices like Tai Chi or gentle yoga are more than spiritual. They're deeply physical. Their flowing movements challenge coordination and improve reaction time without jarring the joints. They invite you to slow down, breathe deeper, and reconnect with the rhythms of your own strength. Walking remains one of the most powerful tools available. On a soft surface, in proper footwear, and at your own pace, it trains the legs, nourishes the brain, and calms the nervous system. It's not just about exercise. It's about reclaiming the ground beneath your feet. And if you're dealing with pain, weakness, or fear of falling, you don't have to face it alone. A trained physical therapist or senior focused trainer can help you build a routine that supports, not stresses your body. There is strength in choosing guidance. There is courage in adaptation. Because real strength at this age isn't found in sweat or strain. It's found in confidence, in calm, and in the quiet freedom of knowing your body can still carry you safely, gently, and without fear. This is not the end of your strength. It's the beginning of a wiser kind. And every step you take from here can lead you back to the life you want to keep living on your own terms. Reaching this season of life is not a sign of slowing down. It's a testament to everything you've lived through. These years are not a fading, they are a gathering of strength, insight, and clarity that only time can offer. You've raised families, held careers, faced loss, embraced joy, and stood back up more times than most will ever know. Now, your body asks not for punishment, but for partnership. Your health walks with you every day, not behind, not ahead, but beside you, and how you move. Now, what you choose to stop and what you choose to start will shape not just your future mobility, but your freedom. Too often, fitness advice is created for younger bodies fast, aggressive, relentless. But real strength at this stage of life is something different. It's being able to get out of bed without pain, to walk steadily without fear, to reach for something without worrying about losing your balance. Those are the victories that matter now. Many common exercises promise power, but slowly erode the very muscles and joints that carry you. I've seen people I care about strong, independent, capable injure themselves from routines that were never meant for them. And I felt that hesitation too, the quiet fear that one wrong move could take away something. I've worked my whole life to keep my independence, but fear doesn't have to guide us. Wisdom can. The truth is, you don't need to push harder. You've already proven your resilience by arriving here. What you need now is to move smarter with care, with awareness, and with the deep respect your body deserves. There is quiet dignity in letting go of what no longer serves you. And there is real power in choosing movement that protects rather than tests. You've earned the right to train for strength that lasts not through force, but through grace. So move forward with intention. Step away from what wears you down, and walk toward what builds you up slowly, steadily, and without apology. Your body has carried you through a lifetime. Now let it carry you home with strength that grows wiser, not weaker. I hope today's message reminds you that strength isn't gone, it's simply changing form. Now, I'd love to know what spoke to you most. Take a moment to share one insight you're taking with you, and how you plan to use it in your daily life. Let's grow together one thoughtful choice at a time. If this video resonated with you, drop a 1 in the comments. If it didn't, a 0 is just as welcome. Your feedback truly helps us improve. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thoughtful guidance. Thank you for being here and for choosing to walk this path with care.